Hello everyone, welcome to the video for class 7th. This is computer and today we are going to talk about chapter number 10, that is programming in C++. My dear students, in chapter number 9 we have studied about the functions of C++. Over there we have seen some small concepts of C++ that we are going to apply in this chapter. Particularly in this chapter we are going to see how we are going to take these inputs, how we are going to provide you the output, what is a declaration of variable means, what is the structure of C++ program, and lastly we will be writing some simple and small C++ program. Okay, so starting with the introduction part C, we are having this line. C++ is a high level programming language. You already know in the previous chapter also we have studied high level programming language. It is C++ means programs we are going to write down in simple English language. Okay, and C++ is also a case sensitive language that we have studied. It has the following two most important input and output functions, cin and cout. Now don't pronounce it as count. Okay, most of the students pronounce this one as count. This is your cin, this is your cout. Now let me tell you why we are taking this cin and cout. Cin stands for console input, okay, and cout stands for console output. Fine, that is a short form of your console input and console output. So as the name suggests, with the help of this function, first one, we are going to take input from the user, and with the help of this second one, we are going to provide the output. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to learn about these two type of statements in details, and you will also know about the declaration of variables, the structure of C++ program, etc. Now again, to remind you, what are variables? Variables are particularly some kind of name that you are going to give to your values. Let's say we are having a value 10. Now when we want to store this 10 into your computer, then at that time you have to provide this one a name. Okay, let's say we have given it a name A. Fine. Now declaration of variable means what? We have to provide what kind of database, what kind of data type we are going to store in this A variable. Okay, so over here we are having this 10, so it means what? We want integer. Now data types also we have studied. So if you have not referred to chapter number 9, so please go firstly and refer to chapter number 9 and then come back over here in this video, because in this chapter we are going to learn more about these things. Okay, so if your concept is not clear, then you will find it very difficult to understand. Now, regarding your input and output statement, firstly we are talking about these inputs. So let's see. Cin is used to accept an input from the user by the keyboard. Okay, not exactly by the keyboard, by any other input device also you can get the input. Fine, keyboard is the most common one, that is why it is written over here. The cursor will wait on the screen until the user doesn't provide the desired value. Now, if you are expecting two integer number, you are expecting, so on the computer screen you have to provide two values, and up till and until you haven't provide these two values, the cursor is going to wait over there, your screen is not going to move. Okay, so to accept the input from the keyboard, cin is used followed by these operators. These are your two greater than symbol operator. We are going to use these ones along with our cin statement, and these are known as extraction or get from operator. Why extraction and why get from? Because you are extracting the value, right? You are getting the value from the keyboard, from the outside world, from the user you are taking the value. That is why they are known as get from operator or extraction operator. Now already I told you cin stands for console input. Now how we are going to take it? Firstly we have to define, firstly we have to declare a variable. Okay, let's say we have declared int a. After that we want to enter a value, so we are going to write, we are going to accept it using this cin, because cin is for input, and these two extraction operators along with this variable name. Okay, so before using the variable, firstly you should declare it. Okay, you should define what kind of data type it is for, what kind of data you are going to store in that one. Fine, I hope that the concept is clear right now. Now, this statement will cause the program to wait for the user to type the value from the keyboard. Now, with the help of this particular program that Cin we have studied, with the help of this one, आपका क्या होगा, आपका cursor screen पर wait करेगा until unless you have entered the correct value. आपका cursor wait करता रहेगा, and as soon as you have entered the value, you have pressed enter key, then we are done with this thing. Okay, आपका data आपके प्रोग्राम में चला गया है. Now the value given by the user will fetch in variable where multiple values can be used with the same cin statement as these one. Now what is these ones? Firstly, let me tell you that we are having one variable, so for one variable we are using this cin a. Now if we are having two variables, so it is our choice whether we can go for this cin b along with this, or we can write down, or we can merge these two into a single line like cin a and b along with it. Okay, and this thing, when we are combining these two input statement into a single input statement, this technique is known as cascading. Okay, this is known as your cascading. Now if you are taking input, then it is your cascading input. अगर output लेते हैं, so it means it is your cascading output. Fine. Right now we are talking about cin means input statement के लिए we are talking about, so that is why it is your cascading input style. Now, talking for your output statement, Cout displays the output or the information on the video. Video stands for virtual display unit. However, the information can also be redirected to other computer device like printer, etc. and these things. Output के लिए you already know that we are going to provide the output, whether it could be on the monitor, whether it could be on the printer, whether it could be on any other output device. Okay, whatever आपका system जिससे भी connected होगा उसी पर आपका output आ जाएगा. Okay, now cout is used followed by these operators. cin के लिए we were using these ones, cout के लिए just opposite operator we are going to use, and these are known as insertion or put to operator. Fine. Now these were known as extraction, this is known as insertion. These are just opposite to the second one. Fine, this is for your cin, this is for your cout. Now let's have a look on the example also. So one thing more I would like to tell you, and that is whatever you are going to write down in these double quotes will remain as it is. Okay, so whatever you are writing in these double quotes will be printed as it is on the computer screen without any change. Now let's take one example and then you'll be able to understand it properly. Let's say I have written int a. Okay, let's say value also I have given int a equal to 10. Fine. Now if with the help of this cout statement I just printed out double quote a, it means what, it is going to print as it is this a on the computer screen, so आपको output मिल जाएगा आपका a. Fine. Now if I'm going to write down cout only a without these double quotes, then what will happen, then it will see okay this is not the double quote, then it will understand that okay fine, it is a particular kind of variable, so it will go and search for the value of these variable. Now the value is 10, so it is going to give you 10 as of your output. Now understand the difference and understand the importance of these double quotes. If you are applying these double quotes, it means whatever is written under these double quotes will be printed as it is on the computer screen. अगर आप double quotes को नहीं use करते हो, it means it will go and search for the value of that kind of variable. अगर double quotes नहीं use करते हैं तो compiler सोचता है कि okay ये आपका एक variable है और इस variable की एक value होनी चाहिए और वो आपको value देगा. And about these double quotes में जो भी लिखा होता है, whether it is a double value, whether it is star, whether it is backslash, any other special character, जैसा भी लिखा होगा बिल्कुल वैसे ही आपको स्क्रीन पर मिल जाएगा. Okay, now you see this example. cout hello, in double quotes we have hello, so output में बिल्कुल exactly hello you got. Fine. The string enclosed in double quotes is displayed as it is on the computer screen. Now another example they have taken x equal to 10 and cout x without double quotes they have used, so the value is to be printed out on the computer screen. Now again you see, if we are going to merge this one and this one alongwise together, then how we are going to do? See this example. We have this sum equal to 10 and we are printing out sum डबल कोट्स मीन्स कांस्टेंट वैल्यू, तो आउटपुट क्या मिल जाएगा आपको, यहाँ से आउटपुट तो सम इक्वल टू ऐसे ही मिल जाएगा. नाउ ओवर हियर वी हैव without double quotes sum, it means it will go in search for the value, so sum equal to 10 you are going to get over here. Fine. Now we have merged these two cout statement into a single cout statement. Now again this thing, this concept is known as your cascading. Fine. Now these are regarding your input and output statements. Coming towards your declaration of variables. Okay, so in declaration of variable, what we were learning, that variable must be declared before it is used. Okay, this is a very popular line, that variable must be declared before it is used. So firstly you should define what kind of data type your variable is belongs to, and then afterwards you have to give it a value. Fine. Now over here let's see, before we can use any variable it must be declared, that is the name, and any type of variable must be stated before it is used. Data type variable name comma, and whatever, how many types of variables you want, you just apply these commas and you just write down the names of the variable. Now don't forget that variable names are also having some rules. आप कोई भी variable को define नहीं कर सकते हो. The rules of these variables, of these identifiers, we have studied in the previous chapter. Again I'm telling you, if you have not referred to chapter number 9, go refer to chapter number 9 and then come back over here. Okay, now you see this example. Let's say we have three numbers, we have to find out the sum of three numbers, so three variable we need to store. So over here we have stated what, int a comma b comma c. Now when you are done with these declaring these variables, you can just apply semicolon over here. और यहाँ पर number of variable declare करने की कोई limitation नहीं है. You can define 10 variable, you can define 15 variable, you can define 1 variable, it is your choice. ठीक है, लेकिन हम ऐसा कभी नहीं करेंगे कि आपके पास एक इंटीजर चाहिए और एक फ्लोट चाहिए, तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया, इंट ए लिख दिया यहाँ पर और कॉमा में हम लोगों ने यहाँ पर फ्लोट बी लिख दिया. नो, दिस शुड नॉट हैपन. वो यू शुड राइट इंट ए, एंड द सेम डेटा टाइप के अगर आपको वेरिएबल्स और चाहिए तो यहाँ पर कॉमा लिखकर हम लोग लिख सकते हैं. बट इफ़ यू वांट टू चेंज द डेटा टाइप, तो उसके बाद सेमी कॉलन लगाने के बाद हम लोग नेक्स्ट लाइन में लिखेंगे फ्लोट सी एंड डी एंड वट एवर फ्लोट वैल्यू यू वॉन्ट. द सेम थिंग गोज विथ कैर ऑल्सो. कैर अगर आपको चाहिए तो नेक्स्ट लाइन में वी आर गोइंग टू राइट डाउन दिस कैर वेरिएबल्स. ठीक है, सो इन द सिंगल लाइन सेम डेटा टाइप के वेरिएबल्स आप डिफाइन कर सकते हो, डिफरेंट डेटा टाइप्स के वेरिएबल डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते हो. कीप दिस थिंग इन योर माइंड. नाउ moving towards the structure of C++ program, look over here. This is how your C++ program is going to look like. Now let's see one by one सबका क्या मतलब होता है. Okay, now see this first line, hash include iostream.h. Okay, so it means what, these hash are what you, these are your preprocessor directive. Okay, preprocessor directive, and these are your header files. Header files क्या होती हैं, कुछ files आपकी already created होती हैं and they are stored into your computer. ओके, दे आर स्टोर्ड इन योर कंप्यूटर. नाउ हेडर फाइल्स का मतलब बहुत अलग अलग भी होता है कि किस चीज़ के लिए हम कौन सी हेडर फाइल यूज़ कर सकते हैं. दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस IO स्ट्रीम. फर्स्टली IO स्ट्रीम. नाउ लेट्स डिवाइड दिस थिंग. I stands for input, O stands for output, and stream, you know, that flow of data. Okay, so whether you are taking input, whether you are giving out the output, the data is flowing, okay, from inside to outside and vice versa. So input output लेने के लिए we are using this iostream.h header file. Fine. Now second one is conio.h. Conio.h के लिए we have two major functions, that is your clear screen, CLR. This function is going to clear your output screen. Okay, and one thing is get ch से क्या होता है, कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम लोग के पास आउटपुट आता है और आउटपुट एकदम से आता है और फिर वो चला जाता है. Now to hold your output screen we have this get ch with us. Okay, now these are the purpose of these two header files. Now see over here, these are these points, and in points में इनका explanation लिखा है. So if you want you can refer to that one also. Directly I am explaining these things to you. नाउ यू सी फर्स्ट वन हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया है, सेकंड वन ऑल्सो हम लोगों ने पढ़ लिया है. नाउ लेट्स सी दिस डॉट एच. ये डॉट एच क्यों होता है? डॉट एच मीन्स इट इज़ योर हेडर फाइल. ओके, लाइकवाइज आपका जो पीडीएफ फाइल होती है उसमें क्या होता है? उसमें होता है डॉट पीडीएफ, राइट. इन एचटीएमएल ऑल्सो वी हैव स्टडीड डॉट एचटीएमएल. सो दिस इज योर फाइल एक्सटेंशन विच स्टेट्स कि what kind of file you are storing, right? Now dot h means it is your header file that you are going to import it over here, that you are going to include in your program. Okay, so these are your header files, both of them. Now void main, these are having two things, void and main. Now void means that it is not returning any value, means the main function is not going to give any value. The void का मतलब ये होता है. Fine. Main means it is the main function. Compilation of the program starts from main, execution starts from main. Execution मतलब compiler जो पढ़ना शुरू करेगा वो यहाँ से पढ़ना शुरू करेगा. Okay, now after that we have these two brackets. In between these two brackets all of the code we are going to write it down over here. ठीक है, इसके बाहर या इसके नीचे हम लोग कुछ अपना कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं लिखेंगे, सिर्फ यहीं पर लिखेंगे between these two curly bracket. Fine. So this is the overall structure of your C++ program. If you want you can refer to this one also. इसका भी मतलब वही होता है बिल्कुल जो मैंने अभी आपको explain किया. Fine. Now coming towards your simple C++ program, let's see this one. Directly you come to this one, page number 104 per. Let's see how we are going to find the average of two numbers. Okay, so first these things simply we have to write down hash include ice cream dot h, hash include conio dot h, void main and this bracket. After that clear screen. ठीक है, ये चीज़ें तो आपको बिल्कुल लिखनी ही लिखनी है. इन एवरी प्रोग्राम यू हैव टू राइट दीज थिंग्स. फाइन. नाउ वन थिंग मोर यू सी ओवर हियर कि देखो यहाँ से स्टार्टिंग का पोर्शन विल बी द सेम. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू क्या चीज़ किस लिए यूज़ होती है. एट द लास्ट दिस थिंग विल रिमेन सेम. ठीक है, इन बिटवीन वी आर गोइंग टू राइट डाउन द कॉन्सेप्ट. Now let's see the concept. Question is what average of two numbers. So number one you want, number two you want. Average कैसे करते हैं हम लोग? n1 plus n2 divide by number of observations. So 2 we are going to write down. तो यहाँ numerator के लिए you see we have this sum. यस, सम अपॉन टू. तो सबसे पहले सम कैलकुलेट करेंगे, उसके बाद एवरेज फाइंड आउट कर लेंगे. राइट. नाउ यू सी इंट दे हैव टेकन num1 num2 सम एवरेज. नाउ इन द क्वेश्चन दे हैव नॉट स्पेसिफाइड कि नंबर्स कौन से होने हैं, नंबर्स इंटीजर होने हैं या नंबर फ्लोट होने हैं. सो इट इज़ योर चॉइस. इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन गो फॉर फ्लोट एज वेल. Fine. So int num1 num2 sum average all the variables they have taken in a single line. Now see out, they are talking that enter two numbers. So let's assume this is your computer screen. So computer screen पर क्या मिलेगा आपको? Enter two numbers. ना अब आपके लिए कर्सर वेट करेगा कि आप दो नंबर्स एंटर करते हो या नहीं करते हो, कब तक करते हो और कैसे करते हो. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट नंबर यू हैव एंटर्ड इज 100. ओके फाइन, इट इज़ एक्सेप्टेड, इट इज़ एन इंटीजर. उसके बाद क्या करेगा? यू विल प्रेस एन एंटर की. ठीक है, अब इट इज़ एक्सपेक्टिंग योर सेकेंड वैल्यू. तो सेकेंड वैल्यू आपने 300 जब एंटर कर दिया, ओके फाइन, वेल एक्सेप्टेड. ये भी आपका इंटीजर पोर्शन हो गया. ठीक है. नाउ अगेन, नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू फर्स्टली फाइंड आउट द सम. नाउ यू सी सम कैसे फाइंड करते हैं? नंबर वन प्लस नंबर टू. और एवरेज कैसे फाइंड करते हैं? सम डिवाइड बाई टू. फाइन. नाउ एवरेज को हम लोग को प्रिंट करना है. एवरेज बिल्कुल वैसे प्रिंट करेंगे जैसे हम लोगों ने सम को प्रिंट किया था. राइट. सो एवरेज इक्वल टू ए बी जी. दिस इज अ कॉन्स्टेंट वैल्यू, तो आपको ऐसे ही मिल जाएगा. एवरेज का वैल्यू इट इज़ गोइंग टू सर्च फॉर. ठीक है. नाउ दिस काइंड ऑफ कोड यू हैव टू राइट डाउन. यू डोंट हैव टू टेक डायरेक्टली द एग्जाम्पल एंड डायरेक्टली एग्जाम्पल के अकॉर्डिंग आपको नहीं करना है. इस तरह से आपको आपका C++ कोड you have to write down. Fine. Now in your book you are having bundles of programs, sample programs you have, so you just try all these by yourself, and in case you find difficulty let me know about that. Coming towards these words to remember, again you already know that words to remember आपको आपकी कॉपी में लिखने होते हैं. Now directly coming towards your exercise portion. So see the first question, what is cascading in C++? Now coming towards your words to remember, you have this fourth point, cascading. Okay, this one you have to write down. Cascading is a technique to use multiple put to operators in a single cout statement. Till cout statement you have to write down the first answer. Second one is what is extraction. Again on the same page you see second point, the extraction or get from operator extract the value from the keyboard. Till keyboard you have to write down. Third one, what is insertion is C++? Again on the same page, the first point of words to remember, the insertion or put to operator inserts the output on the screen or standard output. Okay, so these are three of your oral question. All are in your words to remember. Now, coming towards the second one, first point you see, in which case are the programs in C++ written? Firstly, from the question you write down, programs in C++, programs in C++ are written, are यहाँ पर लिख देना, are written in lower case. Okay, programs in C++ are written in lower case. Now see the second one, give one example for each input and output statement in C++. So firstly write down example for input statement, then C in this A, first one you write down. After that you write down example for output, उसके बाद C out hello you write down. Fine, so this is your quiz portion. Coming towards your fill in the blank, you can see the answers already written on the computer on your mobile screen. See the first one, Cin stands for console input. Second one, if the string in C++ program is not enclosed within double quote, it is considered to be a variable. Answer is variable. Third part you see, in C++ upper and lower case are to be different. Answer is different. Fourth one, Cout stands for console output. So these are your answers. Please check. Coming towards your assessment B portion, see the first question. Dash is used to accept an input from the keyboard in C++. Answer is Cin. Second one, every C++ program starts with a main function. Third one, every statement in C++ ends with a semicolon. Semicolon means this one. This is your semicolon. Fourth one, \n is used to enter a new line. We are going to enter a new line with the help of this one. Now the second question you see, very short answer question, the first one, what does the statement Cin stands for? So firstly from the question, Cin stands for console input. Okay, Cin stands for console input. Coming towards the second one, what is the use of CLR, SCR in C++? Again turn to page number 105, we have words to remember. You see the third point. Clear screen is used to clear the screen. Only this much you need to write down, nothing more. Now, very short answer questions are over. Coming towards your short answer question, see the first one. Name the two most important input and output statements in C++. Firstly from the question, the two Firstly, from the question, you need to write down the two most important input and output statement in C++ are Cin and Cout. Second one, what is a single Cout statement in C++ called? Then write down a single Cout statement in C++ is called as console output. Now see the fourth one. Write a note on input and output statements in C++. So firstly turn to page number 99 and then 100 on both the pages you are having the answer. Okay, so you have to write down from here firstly input statement, then start writing from this line Cin is used to accept an input till example var. Okay, after that output statement ki heading you write down, then from here Cout displays the output or the information on the video. Continue your writing till this one, output hello, only this one. Okay, so this is the first answer of your long answer question. Coming towards the second one. Second one is write a note on the structure of C++ program. So please turn to page number 101 for that. Now on page number 101, see, firstly you have to make this one. Firstly you have to make this a structure. After that you have to write down the steps. Now make some changes in the steps कि आप कैसे लिखोगे उनको. A point you have to write down. The first two lines are known as preprocessor directive. You can see the changes on the screen as well. I'm reading it out for you. The first two lines are known as a preprocessor directive. Cut down it, write down they. They instruct C++ to include iostream.h and cuneo.h called header files with this program. Till this program you have to write down A part, B part as it is, C part as it is. D part not from the book you write down, यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है you see, the body of the program comprises of the statements to be executed. Okay, over here. With the pen I have written, the body of the program comprises of the statements to be executed. This is your D point. E point again complete. Fine. So this is about your long answer question. Both the questions you have got. I hope all the answers are clear. Now your activity times are remaining. We are having this first one and second one. So in the next video I am going to give you the solution for this activity time. Remember, this activity time is very important and programs are also very important. Prepare them accordingly and properly for your annual examination. Okay. Now this is for this video, and with this we have near about completed this chapter. So in the next video I'll be giving you assessment C solution, so please go and refer to that video as well. Fine. So this is for this video. If you have any doubt, write me down or come in the live class and ask me. Thank you so much.